What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review, and I'm here to I'm here to give my review of The Walking Dead, Episode 3 of Season 10. This episode is entitled Ghost. So, there was some stuff I really liked in this episode. There was some stuff I didn't really like at all, really. Some of the stuff that I liked. Obviously, Negan having a big part of this episode is huge for me. Me being such a big Negan fan, great. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is awesome, and his interactions with Aaron this episode were fantastic. Even when Aaron goes blind, and Negan's just kind of sitting back and watching, and Negan's gonna protect him. Negan's gonna protect him when he gets in trouble. But Negan's just sitting back there and watching and letting this guy think about what's happening. I love it. I love it. Negan's always calculating. He's always playing the odds. He's always, he's always deciding how he's going to act and how is this going to ultimately be a benefit to him. Now, I do think that there's truth to the fact that I do think Negan wants to see the communities be successful and do well. I think he has repented, and I think he wants to see them do well, but make no mistake, Negan is a selfish person. And at the end of the day, he's constantly playing those odds and figuring out how is he going to make this situation work for him. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan sells it this episode, and Negan sells it. I just really, really loved the Negan aspects of this episode. They were great. Let's talk about Alpha and the meeting that Alpha has with Carol and Daryl and Team Alexandria. I liked the meeting. I did. Alpha continues to be like a really complicated bad guy. She's not the one who's like, you cross my border, it's time for war. She's not that. She's very methodical. She's very understanding. She understands that war is not going to be good for her either. She'll do it. She'll go to war if she needs to. But she understands that a war is going to be bad for her also. So she's very methodical and very, I don't want to say diplomatic because Alpha's anything but diplomatic. But she's understanding. She understands what it takes to be an effective leader. And remember, an effective leader in the zombie apocalypse is not always what we'd consider an effective America in corporate America or in the education system or wherever. Alpha's an effective leader in the zombie apocalypse. And there's a difference. And she knows this. I do think, I'm not going to give any spoilers here, but I do believe that Alpha is going to meet the same fate that she does in the comics. And that, how do I say this? I think that Beta is going to do the same thing he did in the comics. Take that what you will. I don't want to give any big spoilers on what happens in the comics here. But I do believe that that's the direction that they're going. So, yeah, I really like the Beta and Alpha interactions. I like the Alpha interaction with... The bell's ringing for some reason. I like the Alpha interaction with Team Alexandria, and I like, this is all territory now. You better run. And Michonne is like, come on, Carol, let's go. Ooh, and I loved Carol's reaction. When Carol pulls out that gun and shoots, and Michonne blocks it and makes Carol shoot into the ground. And then Alpha's response to that, I forgive you, mother to mother. I mean, again, that shows the complexity of Alpha's character. Alpha's not Negan. Alpha's not the governor. Alpha's very complex. And that makes her a different kind of villain for The Walking Dead. And that's why, since the Whispers have been in the show has gotten better. I'm telling you guys, if you're somebody that has walked away from The Walking Dead because you didn't like All Out War, which I don't understand why anybody would not like All Out War. All Out War was so much fun. But it's all subjective. If you did not like All Out War and you walked away, this is a good time to come back because the Whispers are awesome and Alpha is awesome. And the series has, even as much as I liked All Out War, the series has gotten better since the Whispers and Alpha have been on board. So, Alpha was great. What wasn't great? Well, I read a review on this episode after I watched it that compared parts of this episode to an episode of Saved by the Bell. And after I read that review, I was like, holy crap, that is on point. That is on point. And it is on point, all right? Carol gets addicted to these stay awake pills, caffeine pills, whatever you want to call them. She gets addicted to them because she's having nightmares. She's having nightmares of Henry's death and whatnot. So she wants to stay awake. She wants to avoid having those nightmares. So she's on these caffeine pills. They're prescription quality. I mean, they were in a prescription bottle, but she's on these prescription pills and she's clearly addicted to them now. I just, at one point, I expected Daryl to just break into song, I'm so excited with her. I mean, it was a Saved by the Bell series of moments in the Walking Dead universe. I'm sorry, the whole caffeine pill storyline, it just seemed out of place to me in this show. We have had, who was it, Bob, dealt with his alcoholism. We have had hints of substance abuse in this show. This just seemed out of place to me, and I didn't like it. And I didn't like her reaction to it, and the fact that she thought she was seeing things, and the fact that she was seeing things. And at the end, did she see the whispers? Did she not see the whispers? I think she did. All that was really just kind of, I don't know. I'm tired of having characters see things or see people and interact with them when they're not really there. I mean, I'm getting ready to do my review. Today I'm going to do my review on Titans, episode 7, called Bruce Wayne. The whole episode, Dick Grayson is interacting with a Bruce Wayne that isn't really there. Doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me. No matter what my mental state has been in my life, I've never interacted with somebody who wasn't there. Never. So I don't like it. I don't like it. Even if you're like not in a good mental state because of drugs or what, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's good storytelling. I didn't like it when they did it here. I didn't like it when they did it in Titans episode 7 of season 2. I don't like it. So that's kind of my take on Carol's whole situation in this episode. Didn't like the storyline at all. At all. Obviously, I want to see more of Little Grimes. We didn't see much of her at all. Not really sure what Michonne's story is going to be moving forward. We know this is her last season. I don't think she's going to be in the season the whole time. So I don't really know what her storyline is going to be moving forward. They really haven't spent a lot of time on establishing that. But guys, this was the best episode of the season so far. Episode 1 was garbage. Episode 1 was garbage. Episode 2 was better. Involved a lot of flashbacks. Involved some stuff happening in present time with Alpha's background. This was the best episode of the season so far. Because the story advanced. The story advanced, and we're now starting to get an idea on where it's going. So that's where I'm at on episode 3 of season 10 of The Walking Dead, titled Ghost. What did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here at the LQ Review. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, I appreciate you being here where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Every single day